So what we're talking about today is 8 conscious ways to reduce your stress instantly. Now, this has been flying around inside of my circle of clients, inside of our conversations. We're talking about how to have less stress and be able to be more flexible in this time when we're all a little uncertain about how things are happening. So my clients are using these same tools and techniques in their own lives, with their own creations, with their own realities. And so I'm bringing you these same useful tips and techniques. So don't forget to click that subscribe button and click that bell for more notifications of when a new video drops with new tools and techniques to bring you more energetic mastery in your life. So without further ado, let's talk about the 8 ways to reduce stress instantly. And we're going to talk about conscious ways because there are a lot of ways outside of the conscious realm that you could be reducing your stress. Let's talk about those conscious ones, shall we? So let's start with first, meditation. Yes, I was just oming on this video, and I just started off with an om. But meditation is one of those easy ways to reduce your stress. And why does it reduce your stress? Is it typically puts us in the present moment. Now, I've been trained in a lot of different meditation techniques, and there are a lot of different options for meditation out there for you. So if you're brand new to meditation, it's okay. I've worked with people when they've never meditated, never closed their eyes, and never been silent a day in their life. And that's okay. So basically, when you start off your meditation practice, you want to start with something that's helpful, something that's easy, and something that's going to allow you to have a little bit of flexibility. So when you're just starting out, I would recommend that you start off with a 1-minute meditation, a 5-minute meditation, a 3-minute meditation, and increase minute by minute if you can until you get comfortable with a 20-minute meditation. So meditation studies show that 20 minutes is this sweet spot. It's a sweet spot of relaxation. It's a sweet spot of what happens inside of your brain. It's a sweet spot of getting connected. So there's a lot of scientific research that will point to 20 minutes being the prime time for you having your meditation practice actually work and give you all the benefits of a longer meditation practice, but more benefits than a shorter meditation practice. So it's 20 minutes is a sweet spot. Okay, so if you're not game on a 20-minute meditation or you've never meditated, I would recommend an app. I use insighttimer.com. So insighttimer.com is an app, or Insight Timer, I guess it's not .com, it's an app. You can download it on your phone. It has multiple platforms and it's free to download. They have guided meditations and then they have silent meditations where you can just click a bell. A lot of people I know, I start them off and recommend guided meditations because if you've never sat still with your own thoughts before, it's nice to be guided. Now, the goal of meditation is not to have any thoughts. That's actually not the goal. I know a lot of people, that seems like a big misnomer, a big that can just lead you down some rabbit hole of wrongness. But the goal of meditation is being able to observe your thoughts, to be with your thoughts, and to not judge what's showing up. So if you can have that in your meditation practice as a foundation for your meditation practice, you're going to go a lot further. Trust me, if you're not in the realm of judging and trying to not have thoughts, but if instead you're actually in the realm of not judging your thoughts and being present and just allowing those thoughts to be. Okay, so guided meditations are helpful for that. I've also recommended when I started learning how to meditate, I actually did a 10-day silent meditation retreat for Vipassana training. This is the one that I think brings the most mindfulness to anybody. If you're non-resistant, you have 10 days to dedicate to your life, and it's free, it's donation based, so you could do that. You could find a location all around the world for Vipassana meditation. That's the one I recommend the most. Now, if you like something that's a little bit more active, there are chanting meditations. You can throw in some chanting music, and there's also the guided ones. So find something that works for you. But again, if you're just starting out in meditation, I would recommend starting off with maybe 4 or 5 minutes and then increasing minute by minute by minute until you can get to that 20-minute marker. And remember, be kind and be gentle with yourself when you're just starting a new practice like that, and allow yourself to maybe get derailed or allow yourself to maybe miss a day and then come back to your practice. So be flexible with yourself. That's going to be a lot more kind than judging yourself. That's not what meditation for. Okay. Okay, so that's practice number one. Practice number two that you can start immediately as well is yoga. Now, one of the foundational principles of yoga, which a lot of people don't know, is yoga was the thing to do before you actually started meditating. So when you go to the history of yoga, the history of yoga would guide you to actually stretching out the body, getting your antsy pants out before you were to sit still and meditate. So that was the basic principles of yoga. There's lots of kinds of yoga out there, and one of the things that you can do at home right now, you can download and find on YouTube, is Yoga with Adriene. Yoga with Adriene has an amazing practice. She's very kind. It's kind of like doing yoga with your neighbor, your best friend, or a buddy. There's no judgment. There's no like, you should be doing this. And she has some really great short practices. They're about 20 to 30 minutes. So if you're new to yoga, this is one that I'd recommend and you can do right away. I love her practices. I do them with my daughter. I do them with my husband. We do them at home all the time, and it gives some flexibility. And so I'd have you go dive in. We'll put a link underneath this video, but you can dive in and go access her practices almost immediately right now, because we want you to be less stressful instantly. Okay, notice that meditation and yoga have the opportunity to just be more mindful with your breath, more mindful with what's happening, and more connected and more present. That's what we're cultivating here. Okay, so number three tool and way to reduce your stress right now is you can just go for a walk. So think about mindfulness when we're cultivating any of these things. Okay, so walking and being present to your step, to your breath, to the sounds happening around you, to the visual aspects. This is how you do mindfulness walks. And I'm certain that we could probably find a mindfulness walk meditation on our meditation app. So there's a lot of apps out there. So if you look up mindfulness walk, I'm sure we can find something for you. We'll link up in this video to actually give you a resource to do a mindfulness practice with a walk. But basically what that means is you're present to your steps, you're present to your breath, sounds, sights. That's what mindfulness practice inside of a walking meditation provides you. There's other ways to reduce your stress while keeping your, these are they're not necessarily mindful practices, but it keeps your mind busy. And so these are the ways, and it's not like mind busy, but these are the ways to do little projects around the house or little projects with yourself that when you cultivate will reduce your stress, reduce anxiety, reduce anything that's happening in your body that may be worrisome. So these are things like crocheting, knitting, and doing puzzles. So think about that. So a lot of people who have really, really, really busy minds and meditation doesn't work for them, yoga doesn't necessarily work for them, but they keep their hands busy. It can be very, very just stress relieving, stress reducing when you're focusing on your crochet, your needles, and your puzzles. I've been crocheting as of late. You should know that I made a hat and turned it into a purse because it was an epic fail as a hat. So my daughter's getting a new purse. So these are one of the things that I love to do, especially at night, just kind of watching some TV and crocheting and allowing everything to just settle down from the day and disconnect. Number 5. So this is going to be listening to spa music or sound bowls. So spa music, I just search on Apple iTunes and I type in spa music. So this is the music that's behind when you walk into a spa or when you go to a spa, it's that music that's playing, or you go get a massage. So right now, I've requested my husband play this all throughout the house because we need we've all been cooped up together. We need a little less stress happening, a little less cray happening in my house. So I usually play it on my computer while I'm working, but now we're going to be playing in the house. So you can, again, this is spa music or sound bowl. So you can search those on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes platforms. You can search these everywhere. So that's option number 5. Option number 6 is really allowing yourself to disconnect from the media, disconnect from news, disconnect from everything that's happening. So whether that is like you're watching TV and you disconnect, or you hang out with your family and you disconnect, and you just stop talking about everything that's stressful. We don't, right now with the pandemic happening, we don't know how it's going to go. And if you're in your life, you're uncertain, or you have things that are happening that are more stressful, allow yourself to disconnect from that. Even if it's, 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, pick some time where you go, we're just not going to talk about that. We're just not going to do that. I remember this was actually really key. I was laid off back in, I think it was like 2008, around the housing boom, the housing turn, when everything switched, and I was laid off during that time. And it was like, I could only look for a job like 30 minutes was like the search time, because everything was the same every day. So I had 30 minutes of job search time. I had like an hour of responding to inquiries or sending out my resume or talking to people. Sometimes it was 2 hours. And then I had this whole extra time to my day. So I couldn't fill up 8 hours of searching for a job, talking to people, or following up on things. And so what I did instead was I would go play golf with my girlfriend. And we would have like outings to get our minds off of being unemployed. We would actually like go have fun. So it's not about not doing the things that are going to fulfill your next endeavor, your next thing, or whatever you need to do, but it's actually allowing yourself to disconnect and not think about it 24/7. Okay. So number 7, this is one of my favorites. I actually just picked this up before I started doing this video, so I wanted to tell you, chocolate. Chocolate is an amazing way to reduce your stress. There's lots of good chemicals in this chocolate. My favorite chocolate bars are from Trader Joe's. They're the dark chocolate, 70% ones. We actually have stocked up on these. 72% cacao. These are my favorite bars ever, ever, ever. Chocolate has a lot of yummy endorphins that get released, and chemicals in your body when you eat it. So definitely just allow yourself to have some chocolate. And number 8, while you're allowing yourself to have your chocolate, while you're allowing yourself to disconnect and do all this, release the judgments, my friend. We're all doing the best we can. No matter what's happening in your reality, my reality, if you can really get like, we're all doing the best we can, let's not have such high standards for ourselves right now. I would say forever, but especially not right now. I'll give you a little insight into my world. My husband and I, we had my daughter. We became parents, had my daughter. I think we were like 2 years into marriage when my daughter was born. And on her first birthday, we cheersed ourselves, and we had a cocktail and a glass of wine or something. But I remember cheersing ourselves, and we said, "The kid's still alive, and we're still married." Okay, so anywhere where you can release the judgments and lower the bar a little bit is probably a good idea right now. So those are my 8 tips to really stepping into reducing your stress in a conscious way. I hope that was helpful. If this was helpful, and if this is making sense, right? Or if these tips are helpful, go ahead in the comments, write "no more stress," and share this video for anybody who might need it right now, because we're all a little crazy, could be a little stressed out. And if you want to learn how to manifest more, I'll put a link in the comment section for a free training to manifest more. And I actually just did a recent training on how to grow your awareness in uncertain times. So I'm going to link up that video too. Maybe we'll put that right here in this training video. We'll link that up so you can access that video as well. And all of this is really just cultivating more kindness, more love, less stress, more ease in this time of uncertainty, my friend. So if you have any questions, or there's any other way I can help, please reach out and ask in the comment section below. And I'll be right here with some answers to any of your questions around energetic mastery, manifestation, and creating with the law of attraction. That's all I have for now, friends. Talk soon. Bye.